I'm going to give Vince Gilligan some credit on this. It takes a whole lot to finally end something that basically is your magnum opus, but as a good creator would always do, there is a certain point where you need to close that chapter in your life. Like everyone who are big fans of Breaking Bad had to close the chapter of seeing new episodes every single week. That chapter had to be closed. So we would end up going buying the DVDs or streaming it on Netflix and stuff. Those kind of things. Even though a lot of people want these shows to continue on, even though we want to see more stories and where these characters can go, it's sometimes good to quit while you're ahead. And with Breaking Bad being the perfect show that it was, I'd say this is the best way you can end the show. And it finally closes the chapter on Walter White's whole drug path. So anyway, Breaking Bad Season 5. Breaking Bad Season 5 is the final season of Breaking Bad, and this time Walter White has gone from Walter White to Heisenberg. Walter White is gone. Heisenberg is now the man of the hour. And with Gus out of the way and the drug competition all gone and all such, there's only one kingpin in town, and that is Heisenberg. And there are several moments in this season where he is full on bad guy. Now, one thing I have noticed after rewatching the show again about Walter White's character is that not only does he enjoy this drug lifestyle, not only did he like the control, he also liked the manipulation. He liked to trick people. He liked to be the top dog out of it all. And with Hank, his brother-in-law, finally finding out the identity of Heisenberg, it wasn't exactly the full-on explanation that you would expect. Walter would just simply look at him and said, "Well, now you know the truth." Which means one thing and one thing only. Now you need to watch your step. So it's clear that this is Heisenberg now, and Walter White is simply just the cover-up. And there are so many smart moments in this season that really do wrap up all the small details. Yeah, this new mother and kid in town. The kid kind of looks like young Matt Damon, and they're doing their whole thing, making deals with Heisenberg because you gotta have the empire somewhere. And they're a bunch of bad news, but we all know the true villain of season 5 is Walter White himself, because not only is he the bad guy that we enjoy and root for, but you can also see the damage that he causes in people's lives. And the paths that he took finally sealed the deal for a lot of people that he knew. And the people that he knew would go from basically his wife, kids, his friends, all suddenly become his victims. And nobody in the show is an even bigger victim to Walter White than Jesse Pinkman himself. I mean, Jesse was never really a smart kid, and you don't really know whether he and Walter really like each other. They more or less are just partners. But it was this season where I was thinking to myself, I think Walter White only has Jesse around is because Jesse is easy to control. I mean, the way the events ended in season 4, I thought that it was a really good story narrative, but no, it is Walter White's manipulation that caused the ending to season 4 to happen. So it's really hard to trust Walter White and whatever his plans are going to be later on in the show. And you could actually watch this season of Breaking Bad, then go back, watch season 1, and you could tell the difference between Heisenberg and Walter White. You could tell that Walter White, that man is gone. He's dead. He doesn't exist anymore. And there are several moments where Heisenberg can get really, really scary. Like for example, that scuffle he has with Skyler, that was terrifying. And how the things end up folding near the end of this season. I just kept thinking to myself, yeah, I can't see this show ending any other way. I can't see them one day just giving up the lifestyle, then hold hands and sing Kumbaya. It's just not in Walter White's character to give up, because there are several moments in this show where Walter White had enough money, he paid for his cancer, which he was cured from. All of his debt was paid off. They have a lot of money. He can give up the lifestyle and just, live on a beach. But he doesn't do that. He never does that. Because this is the world that he wants to be a part of. And it goes to show you that And it goes to show you that this is a dark road that he took. Even though he started this journey on good intentions, but then again, Hell's road is paved with good intentions. So there's that. And there's a reason why the drug life should not be for everyone, and this is probably the season that really brought that to light, that if you ever get into this business and become successful, this is exactly who you're going to be, and this is exactly how your story ends. So Breaking Bad gets so much credit, and I can't even express enough how really good this show is, and this conclusion to the show was hands down perfect. Even though I would prefer to see a little bit more of Breaking Bad, to see a little bit more of what Walter White has in store, it's best to end the show when you're finally on top. So I gotta say, season 5 of Breaking Bad, epic conclusion, brilliant ending. I absolutely love every single moment of it. There is just not a season in this show that I hated. And with season 5, the way it ends, I have to say, Breaking Bad, season 5, or the entire series in general, is legendary. So guys, Breaking Bad season 5, have you seen it? What did you think of it? Whatever you thought, comment down below. Also, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video.